Hey guys, Wolvie here. This is going to be a longer video than usual. This is one for Decidio Final Fantasy Opera Omnia Global for the 24th of May, 2020. We're going to go over a couple of items here in the in-game news section. So we do know we have something coming up that is 100% confirmed for Global coming later on this week, because today is Sunday. Haha. So, what we have here is a preview for Dimensions End Entropy Tier 11. This is going to go live on Global on the 28th of May, 2020 at 2 a.m. UTC. This is going to be the 27th of May at 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time. I use both the UTC and my local time zone because that way, a little translation, for those of you in or near the United States, to make the conversion a little bit easier. So, again, here, what we have here, again, is Dimensions End. This is going to be the Tier 11 for the Entropy section. This is all that we know at the moment, is that it's going to be 4 waves, and you're going to have a Lunatic Death Gaze and a Lunatic Atlas as part of the equation. And what we have here, these guys are going to be tough against magic attacks. They're going to inflict varying debuffs and unleashing powerful single target attacks. So I think the hit here is going to be melee or ranged. People who could probably prevent the debuffs and possibly a good strong healer. So if anybody plans on bringing Yda here, you better have her doing simply support or healing with her EX ability, and you have to have like a healing sphere with her. So otherwise, I don't think she's going to work here at all. But that's just my opinion. But this is 100% confirmed because I am going off the information from the in-game news. So tomorrow afternoon, there is some information here regarding the Square Enix mobile community stream. This is going to go on at 12 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. This is 12 noon. So for those of us in like the Central Daylight Time zone like I am, this is going to be 2 p.m. Yeah, so it's 12 noon Pacific Daylight Time, 2 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This is going to be 7 p.m. UTC. Don't ask how I can translate the military time to civilian time. Don't ask. So we do know that it's going to be a co-op challenge and a preview of upcoming content. So it's going to be the Power Ignorance co-op quest. And got here, draw tickets, armor tokens, and a Power Stone as the guaranteed items. There's going to be another challenge along. 4 gems, we don't know how many. So this part here, like I said, this is going to be a longer video. So what do I think is going to be mentioned up in the stream? So we do know that a new tier for Dimensions and Entropy is coming, which is permanent, which means we have a limited time event alongside it to balance things out. And I do feel that we have a raid coming. This is going to be coming, and with this raid, it's going to feature reworks for Seifer from Final Fantasy VIII and Lenna from Final Fantasy V. These two will be getting their character boards alongside the character boards that initially came out. Which, for those of you who play JP, you know who it is. That comes out with their character boards first, alongside Seifer and Lenna. For the raid, and I did look this up on the Decidia database website because I wanted to be 100% sure. So, for the raid synergy, I do know it's Seifer and Lenna. Then you're also going to have Ace from Final Fantasy Type 0, Fang from Final Fantasy 13 Trilogy, Realm from Final Fantasy 6, and Ferris from Final Fantasy 5. Now, outside of Ace, because I do think that he's part of the initial batch of the character boards, outside of him, outside of Lenna, and outside of Seifer, the other 3, Ferris, Realm, and Fang, they don't get their character boards until a later day and in differing events. With Ferris, and this is a spoiler, she is the last of the 3 from this particular synergy to get the character boards. But, like I said, it's a bit of a spoiler, so you have been warned. So there's a raid that's tied to the character board, so I do think there's going to be That's coming out alongside Dimensions End Tier 11, as well as the debut of the character boards. And I'm not so sure how Global's going to handle this, but I won't be surprised either way. Because that's how I've come to know Global. They do things their way, and I just have to deal with it. I may not agree with certain things, but it is what it is at the end of the day. I'm not part of the decision-making team, so it's all gravy. So outside of that, the Dimensions End Tier 11, the raid, the debut of the character boards, I do think this is going to be a bit of a jam-packed month, and here is why I think is going to happen. So you have quite a few things coming up that is quite hyped up, sought after, meaning that the Lost Chapters for both Prompto from Final Fantasy 15 and Alphinaud from Final Fantasy 14, those are going to show up, and we're going to be seeing some reworks along the way. One of the reworks that's kind of said to be hyped up here for the Lost Chapter site is actually going to be Freya from Final Fantasy 9, because in Prompto's Lost Chapter, we get a rework for Freya, and we also get to see a debut of her EX weapon. Believe it or not. And I might be going after this particular banner because some people may have mentioned here or there that the best side to pull on varying EX weapons is when it's realizable. So I'm just going to go with thought along with that. So, but I know that banner, like I said, I may be pulling on that Prompto's Lost Chapter due to that reason that I mentioned, where if it's realizable, you want to go after it then, but I know his banner in particular, I am up in the air on, because I'm not too keen on Prompto. I like Freya, but it's like, if I were to go after just one person's EX weapon, is it really worth it, in that regard? Because of that, it's like about knowing certain things, who you like, who gives what kind of RNG and luck, that sort of thing. But I will be going after Alphinaud's EX because he's one of those characters, like, I've never played Final Fantasy 14. He's one of those characters that's kind of intrigued me in this game, so to speak. So, I know with Alphinaud's Lost Chapter, I do think that Yda's going to get her EX weapon realized, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. So I know Alphinaud's Lost Chapter banner, I will be going into that banner. I just hope I have enough tickets for that one. But with that out of the way, guys, so it looks like Prompto's Lost Chapter, Alphinaud's Lost Chapter is coming, likely in June for both. Now we have Act 2, Chapter 9, which is the global debut of Cloud of Darkness, and I do want to bring a little degree of emphasis with Cloud of Darkness here, and a little minor incident involved in the JP side of things. So I am subscribed to Jet Stinger's YouTube, and it turns out he mentioned that it was Ultima who leaked out Cloud of Darkness for Act 2, Chapter 9 before it was confirmed on JP. Now, I'm not so sure how JP really reacted to that sort of thing, if they were aware of it. But it was kind of weird where you have a place that's known to be extremely biased to some, leaking out information about a character before it was confirmed on JP. I mean, I'm still to this day trying to wrap my head around that, but you know what? It is what it is. Things happen, it's water underneath the bridge now. So, yes, we do have Act 2, Chapter 9, that's likely in June. So with that particular bit, with Cloud of Darkness's global debut, we do see a rework for Kefka for Final Fantasy 6. His EX weapon does become realizable, and he is a bit of a sought after character because, spoiler alert number 2, he gets his burst and LD weapon a little bit later on this year, provided Global continues to follow the JP route. And I will be going into gems with that particular banner because not just for Cloud of Darkness's entire kit, but I'm also missing Kefka's 35. So I'm going to be needing like the passive for that, to really make the most out of my Kefka, because I do have Kefka's EX. I also have his 15. I just don't have his 35. So with that, so we know now, to recap briefly here again, we have Prompto's Lost Chapter likely coming in June. Alphinaud's Lost Chapter likely coming in the second half of June. You also have Act 2, Chapter 9. That does have a story, that has a co-op based on the main story. So that's that on that. So we have, so that's that on that. Now we're going to get into at least two of the character events, which is Arciela and Keiss. I know these two for sure are heavily sought after. And I'll be honest with you, everybody here, I am up in the fence. Let me rephrase this. With Arciela, I'm on the fence with her. And that's because of Prish. Prish is one of those characters who, for some unknown reason, like Yuna, gives me really bad RNG. Now, I do know that something's coming along later on this year for Global. More specifically, the EX weapon shop being a permanent feature in the game and having everybody's EX weapon available then and there. So I'm thinking here, if I use tickets on Arciela's banner and I only get her 35, she will be getting the fourth wave of EX weapon tokens once the EX weapon shop comes back with everybody's EX in the game thus far. And I'd rather, do it like that. Because the thing is, Prish is okay, but she's one of those characters who gives me really bad RNG like Yuna does. And the thing is with Arciela's debut on Global, Prish will get her EX weapon realized plus her rework, so yeah. But yeah, I'm not the world's biggest fan of Prish. I'm not too keen on Arciela either. And Prish, again, like I do have to reiterate, is that she does give me bad RNG, so I do have to take that into consideration. Now, Keiss, on the other hand, he's more than likely going to be a big skip for me because I'm not a fan of him at all. I already have everything for Zidane in the sense of like his EX weapon and his 90 CP armor. And the thing with Keiss is, I don't know why, but it's just like, I'm not drawn to him. I really don't know what it is. But I know I'm going to get a lot of heat for like skipping him. And I do want to address certain things to the Facebook people and some of the stuff I've been hearing about, like just like what people are mentioning about for the June calendar and even July. I think I'm going to be completely honest here, and I think some of those comments is starting to showcase how bad the community is starting to become. And the reason why I feel strongly like this is because, honestly, I'm trying to formulate words without sounding too wordy here, but it's becoming really difficult. But it's like, would you really like it if people were telling you who to pull for? Do you know everybody's individual situation? And honestly, suggesting, people, pulling on most of the banners or all the banners in June is not really giving good advice on resource management. Granted, we're going to get quite a bit of resources, but yeah, one has to take into account RNG and luck. It differs from one person to the next. Some people can get an EX on the first ticket or on a free multi. Some others may have to pity it. I am one of those people, I am still freaking floored by getting Selfie's EX on a free multi. I was beyond the word shocked when I got Kefka's EX on the free multi. Part of me was hoping for Prish, but I got Kefka's instead. It was when Ignis debuted. I did some tickets, free multi, lone gold was his EX, and I actually like Ignis. So that was a very pleasant surprise. I'm like, okay, I'll take this very gladly. And the thing is with Go Best, he's one of those who's actually grown on me. It's like, you get the gist here. So for me, it's like, I'll pull for who I want, and I'll respect for those who are pull for who they want, regardless if it's the reasoning, if it's meta, or if it's somebody they genuinely like. But some of the suggestions I've been seeing on Facebook, it's just like, I'm starting to see why this community is getting kind of bad. I noticed a comment, or actually not a comment, it was a review on Google Play a few days ago. It brought to light how bad the community is getting. And that's something we all have to really change about ourselves. But, with that panel out of the way, the whole thing with Arciela and Keiss, all that stuff, how I feel about meta, I do feel that we're going to be seeing the Summerfest coming at some point in June. The reason why I'm thinking we're going to be seeing the Summerfest in June is because of a bit of a trend I've been taking note of in the game since day one. I remember pre-registering for DFFOO Global while I was playing Final Fantasy Brief Exvius. For the record, I no longer play FFBE. I don't even have I refuse to play War of the Visions. That's just how I feel about Gumi right now. So anyway, so the pattern I've been noticing is that when it comes to seasonal events, they tend to go with a particular month. Meaning that for the Spring Festival, it was during the month of March. For the Summer Fest in 2019, I believe it it started in the month of June. I know there was another Summer Fest in 2018. I think that was the month of June, but I could be wrong there. So I know the Summer Fest was the month of June last year. You have the Fall Festival, that was the month of September. The Winter Festival was the month of December. And the reason why I'm starting to pick up on a trend on those is because when it comes to seasonal festivals, they tend to land on the month where the season begins. Meaning that spring starting in the month of March, summer the month of June, fall the month of September, winter the month of December. So yeah, I do feel that June's going to be a truly jam-packed month. A lot more, how do I want to word this? A lot more overlapping than we think. I won't be surprised if a third character event as well as a third Lost Chapter shows up in the month of June. But it is what it is, so that's out of the way. So this is part one of the video. Like I said, it's going to be a longer video because I will be pulling on Jack's banner. And I was doing some co-ops with Jack users, and I'm actually impressed. I do have enough to pity 5, actually not pity 5, pity 7 EX weapons at the moment. But I'm going to be using just tickets here. I mean, for me, I knew it was a skip for now, but we'll see. So, I'm going to go down to 100, and that's it. I mean, I'm going to be taking breaks at about, from, like, to manage the resources. I'm probably going to do the first break maybe at 300, so we'll see. So, the same rules apply. Blue Orb, like the fast push, only play it out with silver or gold. Okay, this is an off banner. Not surprised. I do need power stones here. So that's why I'm kind of like, okay, let's go. Now, if I get like power stones here, I'm gonna be okay with that too, because it's like I said, I do need power stones, especially for Cloud of Darkness and Kefka. So. Okay, this is starting on server. Okay. Okay, is that Jack? Okay. This is actually good. My bad, what did I do that for? Okay, a much needed copy right there. Because I am out of power stones. This is Ignis's 15. I already have it. Not too shabby. I mean, I really do need some power stones, and I'm not so sure what's going on, but you definitely heard some sirens here, so I am inside though. Holy fucking shit! Jack's EX on a ticket. Okay, I am now cooking with fucking gas here. I will not complain. But like I said, I'm gonna go down to 300. Like I said, go down to 100 at the end because I do need copies. Like I said, I am absolutely out of power stones. I do need his 35. Okay, starting out servers. I'm missing Jack's 35. Now that I need to know. Ah. Okay, a much needed power source. Power stone, sweet! I need power stones like you wouldn't believe. Okay, nice. This is 635. Like I said, we're just gonna go down to 100 for the sake of the video. So, but like I said, I'll be doing the do a break at the when I get to 300 tickets. Okay. I need copies, folks. Nice! Power stones, yes. I need power stones. Okay, go. Let's see what we got here. Nice! Yes, I'm liking this. This is becoming a good pull so far because I'm getting copies. I'm also getting power stones. I need power stones, please and thank you. I will also happily take copies of Yda EX weapon too. Yes, power stones. Yes. I will take the power stone. Gladly. And Jackson the cat here, he says hi to everybody. And I believe this is Ramses 35. Nice. I'll take the power stone for this. Okay, I might have this one on MLB status. Once I take the break, I'm going to probably check that out to be sure. Nice, a much needed power stone. Three more tickets before I go into a break. Final ticket before I go into the break. And I will be taking a break. I'll be back, not right away, but I will be back. I am back, and just to give you guys a quick update with Jack, I actually have more copies of his 15, and I accidentally fused a potential power stone to help MLB it. So, as an accident, it is what it is. I was just going to continue on with it. We're just going to do 200 more tickets, and that's it for the video. Yes, Power Stones. The more the merrier. Ha! Yes! Another copy, exactly what I need. Wow, Yda somehow making an appearance in the video. Yes! Copies, 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 please and thank you. And Power Stones too. Oh, okay, that was not supposed to do it like that, but hey, I guess it worked out. You think I'm annoying, Jackson? He had a bit of a meowing just now. He thinks I'm annoying. Aha! Woo! I'm liking these pulls, man. Because I'm getting copies exactly what I need. Okay, so I'm gonna do one last break from the video after this pull, because I might just MLB Jack's EX weapon. And the reason why I may have to do another break is I just want to double check that little tidbit to be 100% sure. So with that, I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, so I'm not going to go back to pulling just yet, but I do want to point out here, this is the 35 CP whippet I have here. If I can do the long press here, so if I do get one more copy of Jack's 35 before the end of this video, I will cut the video that is there, because that way I get yet another 4 Power Stones I desperately needed. And as you can tell, I'm low on Power Stones as it is, so that's that on that. So with that out of the way, I'm just going to go back into it. But I will stop at 100 tickets tops, for sure, or I get the final copy of Jack's 35, whichever comes first. So, I'll just shut up for right now and get back into it. Okay, let's see what we got here. And not surprised. with this video. I got exactly what I wanted, which is the final copy of Jax 35. I do have some additional power stones to obtain. So with that, I'm done with this video, and I will definitely catch you on the next one.